2, One Man's Collection. Today I'm looking at magazine number 47, the Formula 1 car collection. This is the Tyrrell 011, as you can read there, driven by Michelle Alboreto. Is it Michelle or Michael? Is that French from Michael? I don't know. No. 1982 car. So we do have a 143 scale vehicle. We will have a look at that. But first we'll go through the magazine. Season is 1982. The technical focus is on the Tyrrell 011. The team, Tyrrell Racing. The circuit in this particular magazine release is the Dallas Street Circuit. Might have been a circus. The story of F1 is the 1996 Damon Hill makes history. So, Tyrrell. It does say Michelle Alboreto. An unforeseen victory. During the course of the 1982 World Championship, 11 drivers won at least one race. This wasn't down to a level playing field, but because of a series of events, some of them tragic. Michelle Alboreto was one of the unexpected race winners. 1982. Was that when... when was the Australian guy? Was that 1980? Alan Jones, I think, was the World Championship winner. Or roundabout then. So who else we got in here? Rene Arnaud, Alain Prost, Didier Pironi, Riccardo Patrese, Patrick Tambay. There's a lot of names I actually recognise. Nelson Piquet. Niki Lauda's in there. Keke Rosberg. All right, Michelle Alboreto in 15th there. There's a bunch of other names I actually do recognise. I'm not going to read everything in detail. If you want to read all of it, you will have to pause the video and have a look. Off the pace of the French Grand Prix, the Tyrrell didn't allow Michelle Alboreto to be particularly competitive. At Dijon, pictured here, Alboreto set off from the 8th row. His best qualification would come later in the season. In Las Vegas, and not by chance, he set the third best time thanks to his driving skill and the American street circuit layout suiting his car's characteristic. A lot of these cars look like they're missing their front wing. That's only because we got used to having front wings on there after that. This one here's already got it. Mario Andretti with his Williams at Long Beach, where he was called to replace Carlos Reitman, who had suddenly announced his retirement from competitive racing. Happy retirement, Carlos. Reitman started the 82 season with a podium place in South Africa. This should have paved the way for him to bounce back after the disappointment of losing his title in the last hurdle the previous year. Shortly after competing in the Brazilian Grand Prix, however, Reitman announced his retirement from competition, tired and demotivated. At the end of the crazy campaign, the title went to Keke Rosberg, his teammate at Williams. Yeah. The season, 1982, when Didier Pironi surprised Gilles Villeneuve by overtaking him at the end of the San Marino Grand Prix, the manoeuvre caused great tension between the two Ferrari drivers. The tragedy at Zolder, a few weeks later, where Villeneuve lost his life during the qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix, meant that the teammates were never able to clear the air and left a shadow over the events at Imola forever. Wow. Recognise the 27-28 numbers of those cars. Very famous. Technical focus, Tyrrell 011. Rear longitudinal Ford Cosworth DFV 8-cylinder 90-degree V 2.995cc, so just under 3 litre, 530 brake horsepower, 11,600 RPM, dry sump, 585 kilogram dry weight, yep. I think it had to be under the 600 mark, didn't it? Very cool. Tyrrell Racing, 83 to 88. Sunset Boulevard. The splendour of the Jackie Stewart era was long gone by now. Ken Tyrrell lost the support of his former sponsors, but not his flair for talent spotting. After Michele Alboreto, it was one turn of Ivan Capelli and, more significant, Stefan Bell off. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Is this the team that became Benetton? No way. Definitely got the Benetton sponsorship there. And Benetton? What did Benetton go on to become? Don't remember. Not the Jaguar team of Red Bull, I don't think. All right, moving on. The circuit for this particular issue is the Dallas Street Circuit. It is a 3.901 metre, so just under 4 kilometres, 3.9 kilometres. Average speed of 140 kilometres an hour and 1 minute 42 laps. Don't remember much about the Dallas Grand Prix. Nothing has ever really compared to the 84 Dallas Grand Prix held here in the United States and Texas on a winding circuit fair park near the Cotton Bowl Stadium. The US race was one of two organised that year in the city centre street circuit. The other was in Detroit, and it went down in the Formula One history books because of the impossible conditions faced by the race teams during the entire Grand Prix weekend. The event had been scheduled for scorching weekend in the early July, and the track surface reached temperatures around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, causing crumbling that not only required emergency maintenance but also resulted in shortening of the Grand Prix from 80 to 70 laps. That's pretty hot temperature to be running a Formula One race. Yeah. I understand why they weren't happy. Damon Hill makes history like father, like son. The son of two-time world champion Graham Hill was the first driver to follow in the footsteps of his father and also win the world title. His rival was none other than youngster the famous surname Jacques Villeneuve. Both drove outstanding Williams cars. I remember these days. Yep, 97 points. Over 78 points from Villeneuve. Michael Schumacher on the Ferrari F310 at 59 points. Took Ferrari a couple of years to catch back up, didn't it? And then they dominated for many years. Very good. All right, coming up, we actually do get a Gilles Villeneuve 1977 Ferrari 312 T2 model with the number 21 written on it. I'm sure it's number 21, but sometimes they change these. Followed by Damon Hill's 1994, that's probably why we're talking about it here, but his 94 FW16 Williams. Very good. I think one of the first cars we got was, oh no, it was a McLaren. Never mind. Of about the same era. Let's have a look at the Diecast car here. Definitely got the denim Musk advertising, even a 7-Eleven. Goodyear. Can't see what that other one there is. Valvoline, I think. And Alboreto written up on top. No wing at the front. Red, white stripes. Goodyear, Tyrrell, Valvoline. Yep. Looks like we've got Champion spark plugs there. Well done. Goodyear tyres. Actually don't look too bad. Black inserts on those. I do like how the trumpets are showing up through the back there of the engines. And through the vents there. Actually, it was really well done. Having a look at the back, we actually do have sponsorship underneath as well. It's very difficult to see inside the engine bay there. Do have the downforce shapes there. It's upside down, so let's put it that way. There you go, you can see that better. Yeah, well done models. Do have seat belts in there. Bit of a blue belt on this one. And the buckles are painted on there. That's the same with all of these. I'm going to put that on the turntable so you can see it without my hands getting in the way. But I'll be back with magazine 48 next week. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all the rest. Have a great day. Cheers. Bye.